So we actually found this campground in Arizona that is like on the way to Vegas, and it's only $8 a night. So we're gonna be staying here the next couple nights. It is like really beautiful. We got a site right back there. There's like no one here, and the views are like crazy. And $8 a night, you can't beat that, honestly. So one tip, if you are gonna come to this campground and want to rent out one of the campsites, some of them are reservation only and some of them are first come first serve. 40 and 45 are first come first serve, and they have the absolute best views here. Like, this is site 40 where we're staying. It is so beautiful, and then 45 is like the same thing. Excuse our appearance right now. We literally just like rolled out of bed because like there was this like pink glow in the trailer, and it is so pretty. There's like this like crazy sunrise taking over this entire area. So since this place doesn't have hookups, we normally rely on like our solar setup to get everything going, but it is like the cloudiest day in the desert right now, and literally nothing's charging up. So it's kind of frustrating, and it is definitely a second cup of coffee kind of day for that reason. And yes, you might be thinking, you have a generator, use your generator. And I could do that, but the generator kind of scares the cats, and Nico's being needy today, and it also kind of like overstimulates me majorly. So I'd rather kind of live with less than like run the loud generator. So like years ago, we started putting whipped cream in all of our coffee cups, and now like the cats are trained to hear whipped cream and get like super excited about it. Like Nico's hovering waiting for his whipped cream, and Dwight was like fast asleep, and now he's like ready for whipped cream. So that's something we can do with every day.
Because we give them a lick every morning.
Only like a tiny lick, because I know they're not supposed to eat whipped cream. They don't get much, but like now look, he's literally freaking out. He wants the whipped cream. I don't even have any.
Because his doctor one time said he had gingivitis, so he doesn't get a lot.
Yeah, he doesn't get much of anything, but he gets regular food. But they're literally nuts. Yes, we know this is a bad habit, but the lick is like this big that they get, but they like go crazy for it. And it's literally an everyday thing. It's like less than a pea-sized amount of whipped cream, and they like freak out for it. So don't give your cats whipped cream. So I know this is kind of like a different style of video for us. We're not always like traveling to like these crazy towns where we're like doing all these hikes and doing all this like restaurant stuff. But I want to still like share like our daily life in the trailer. Like a lot of days we're just working because like, we're freelancers, so if we don't work, we will not make any money. So we're just kind of home working most of the time and hanging out with the cat and just living like a pretty normal life, honestly. So I want to like kind of share more of that as well on here. So we kind of made a mistake. We didn't unhitch our trailer at this place, and we booked an extra night tonight because like just where we're going, like it just makes more sense to stay here because it's really cheap here. But we realized we're like almost out of everything, like mostly cat food. We have almost no cat food to feed the cats. No water and honestly no beer. So I would like a beer tonight. But so we have to slide out. So we have to put the slide in and like take the cats into the truck just to be able to put the slide in. And it's really chaotic. And then Garrett's gonna drive. He's closest. We're in Arizona, but the closest place for him to go is Nevada. So he's gonna go get the supplies we need. And I'm just going to sit in the trailer, and we're going to have to unhitch, and it's a whole thing. So definitely think before you stay hitched up.
Yeah, and always bring your cats, like, never bring your slide in with cats, like, just loose in the RV. It's extremely dangerous, so it's always better just to put them in the car, and you know where they are, you know they're not getting caught up anywhere, so
yeah,
always do that.
So look at these guys. They're so upset. They're in the same crate.
Alright, boys, it's just for a couple minutes.
So basically we tried to save time by not unhitching, and then now it's this whole thing where we have to like unhitch at a random day and then hitch back up tomorrow to leave because we did not have enough supplies. So don't be like us.
Shocks.
Also, always use chocks. I mean, it's a given. It's an obvious thing with the trailer, but I won't lie to you. There was one time that we didn't. It was like the second time we ever drove our trailer anywhere, and it almost went into a lake. So, yeah, we're actually not kidding.
Yeah.
So,
which is another thing. Don't ever take your trailer brake off until you are like completely like, you know, your trailer's not rolling anywhere.
yeah, because we straight up almost ended up in like a pond lake once. Luckily, it stopped like. There was a little bit of like a slant, so it stopped. But yeah, that was almost the end of our RV journey, like the second place we ever stayed. They are so confused. They have no clue what's going on and why they're in the same crate. Normally they're not in the same crate, but they're only going to be in here for like 5 minutes. So luckily they get along really well. All right, the slide is in and now we unhitch. We're also off grid, so we're running on the propane setting of our fridge. So definitely if you're going to be like tinkering with your trailer and like getting unhitched, definitely turn that off because you don't want like the flame kind of doing all that kind of stuff. It's just a little safety tip. Also, I know I can't be alone. I have to physically go and check that the chocks are in place like 86 times when we're about to unhitch. I think it's that fateful day where my RV almost went into a pond, but I do not want to lose my home. Come back, boys! I say, why didn't we go in the car? All right, everyone's good now. All right, so it's all been fun and games, but we are on day 4 of being here, and it's supposed to be light out, but it's like crazy, scary dark out right now, and we can't risk like our battery dying because we gotta get out of here at some point. We might stay one more night just because there's like a crazy storm like hitting California and Nevada right now. But I gotta show you what we're doing right now. All right, so let me just explain before Garrett has things to say, but we don't want to use our lights. So he's using a headlamp. And now he's going to explain.
Well, we do have a generator, but it is like 6 in the morning, so we don't want to turn it on because we do have neighbors.
Well, it's like 7. I just said it's supposed to be light. It's 7.
7?
Yeah.
Whatever time it is. But, yeah.
It's not great here. We're in a dire situation. So yeah, ultimately this is Garrett making our coffee. We're unfortunately people that have to grind our coffee beans because we have a French press and we decided to be those kind of people. So he has to use a power bank to grind our beans. And then we're going to boil the water. We would normally use our kettle, but it uses too much of our power bank. So this is our morning. This is our view outside though. So I mean, there's worse things for sure, but I'm kind of ready to get to California. All right, so we are going like a little stir crazy. We're on day 4 of being here and like we haven't really been hiking because the weather just hasn't been great, but we're gonna go on a little hike today. Luckily, like where we're parked has trails, but they're kind of like messed up trails that aren't very easy. We're just like climbing down some canyon right now, but you know, we're getting some exercise, getting out of the house a little bit. Look at how cool this cactus is. It's literally like, you can't tell. This is not showing scale, but it's huge. I don't think we've talked about this, but Nico, like the little gray cat, will not sleep if we're home because he just wants to be with us all the time, like playing and constantly just like basically staring at us all the time. So we kind of just forced ourselves to get out of the trailer because he was getting like super fussy and just won't go to bed. So we're on a little walk right now around the campground area. Luckily there's some like little trails. They don't go very far, but still nice out. But we're hoping he gets some sleep so we get home and he's not as fussy and we can actually get some work done because we're trying to upload or edit a YouTube video that we're gonna get up this week, but he's making it mighty difficult. Okay, excuse the mess in there because we're fixing things and cleaning, but he definitely didn't sleep. We got back to the RV and he's just waiting at the front door, so mission was unsuccessful. He's gonna be fussy. The sun's coming out a little bit, but it's not really charging that much, so we're getting kind of nuts, and I'm actually hand cranking my hand crank thing. You can charge your phone with this, but there's not enough sun right now to like actually charge it, so we're resorting to hand cranking, so that's where we're at. All right, so on the subject of cats, they've been in this video a lot. Dwight sometimes is like really bad, and one of the only things that stops him from being bad is when we take him outside and basically like cradle him and rock him like a baby in the fresh air. So that's what we're doing right now. So we're aiming to leave tomorrow and start our drive to Palm Springs. We are hoping that the weather holds up nicely. I mean, either way we got to get there. So we have reservations on the 17th, which is 2 days from now. So it's like 4 hours from here. So we definitely want to get there, but he's literally being nuts. All right, so the weather is actually like partially nicer today. It's not like raining or like crazy winds. Last night it literally sounded like a tornado was ripping through our trailer. I wish I would have filmed it. It was like so scary that I got no sleep. So I am ready to get out of here. And we are heading to Palm Springs. We're gonna stop somewhere like along Route 66 to sleep for tonight in like a Boondocker's Welcome, which is someone's yard, but it's gonna be pretty nice. So that's where we're heading. So definitely stay tuned for next week, which should be a Palm Springs video and maybe some Route 66. I don't really know yet. Before the video actually ends, I want to show you like the highway that we have to drive on and why we stayed at that one spot so many extra days, because the weather was like so bad out here and this would have been a nightmare in like any conditions that aren't like right now. Also, I know this is a different style, kind of like more like a vloggy day in my life kind of thing, or I guess weekend in my life. Let me know if you like that style. It's definitely something I might like share more of at some point. So definitely give this video a like and subscribe to my channel though. It definitely helps out so much.